The Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King, brought to you by Harvey Autos in Shreveport, Bossier City, the name you've trusted for years. Geico, the insurance savings you expect. Supreme Chevrolet, expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Creed and Creed Law Firm, serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Bollinger Shipyards, 75 years of delivering high-quality vessels. Here's your host, Lieber King.
Hi everyone, Lieber King, your host of Sports Scouting Report podcast, owner of Louisiana Football Magazine since '97. We have a show today on Tioga High School. Tioga's been one of the best programs in the Alexandria area for a long time, and they do a great job at Tioga. And we've got actually a pitch hitter today, an assistant coach filling in because the head coach is on vacation. And I really appreciate the assistant coach being here. Coach Dan Christman is going to be here with us. I'm going to introduce him. He's a lineman coach. He's been around a long time. We're going to talk about his son playing college ball. We have two really good Tioga football players here that we want to introduce and get their name out statewide, and I'm glad they're here. And we're going to have a good time talking about Tioga football. We'll be right back.
Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you.
Lieber King, your host, and I want to mention that Tioga is going to be in our preview magazine. It's our 28th year since '97. Tioga will be up on about a couple of weeks on our website. I gave the kids some cards. Our website's lafootballmagazine.com. I want to go ahead and introduce a long-time coach in the area at Tioga. Been coaching a long time, Pineville, all over. And Dan Christman. Dan, thank you for being here.
Glad to be here.
You want to mention first that I know Coach is not here, but he's on vacation, and we want to honor him and talk about him a little bit.
Sure. Coach is on vacation. It's well-deserved. He's been he puts the work in. You know that, and I know that. And whenever you can get away, spend some time with your family, he deserves that.
Coach Kevin Cook.
Yes, sir. Coach Cook, yeah.
And I'll say it, Coach and a minister. Or should I say preacher or minister?
I say pastor.
Pastor. But he does a lot. He when he's not doing football, he's at the church. And,
that's correct.
Helping, and I really, one of my favorite head coaches in the state. Coach, you've been around a while, and your son was covered by our magazine recently. And tell everybody where he's playing now, just for people that are watching.
Well, he's at Louisiana Tech, and I've been around a while. This is my going on 35th year. Actually, it's 36.
How have you been able to get through these many hot summers and springs?
Oh, I just enjoy it. I actually enjoy the players. Yeah. I get to kid around with them and joke with them, and it actually keeps me a little bit, young. Right. But I enjoy it. I really do.
I know you know Johnny Nagel back in Baton Rouge.
I do know Johnny. I know him well.
Coached at Northwestern and McNeese, and
sure.
He always said the biggest thing about an older guy in coaching is the humidity in practices. He would go up to the press box sometimes, like during practice. He's like, Coach, I got to get out of this 5-hour heat, But
I do know him. He's a fine guy. His son was a good player at Slade's at Tulane, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, he was at one point, but good family. I know him well.
Appreciate you doing it, because a lot of coaches have retired early, and you're still doing it like Johnny.
Right.
And the kids need guys like you to be around and old school and promote.
Well, definitely old school. Definitely old school.
And tell everybody what position you coach.
I coach receivers and this year, and it's just been it's been a joy of mine.
And in your career, you've coached all over,
offensive line, D line, you name it. It's according to what is needed, on the staff at the time. Sometimes a coach leaves and need help somewhere, I do it. A big deal.
Coach, what has been the secret? And I probably already know the answer with Coach Cook. And when he got to Tioga, they weren't winning many games.
No.
And then all of a sudden, y'all have just been consistently every year in the playoffs. Rebuilding teams and still winning.
He's consistent. And I think it goes into that, him being consistent. The kids know there's expectations, and you consistently expect to be at a certain point. And that, what I tell them all the time, what I've learned being around coaches, you can't be afraid of being successful.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to put yourself out there and grind it out and do what you got to do. And he talks about that often.
Any non-district games that you're excited about this year that we'd be asking Kevin right now, but you don't have to go through all of them. And is there any ones that pique your interest of teams you don't normally play?
The first one. The first one, right off the bat, we play Sterlington.
What?
And
whoa. It's a big time program.
Yeah, it is. And the reason why I do the strength and conditioning as well over there, and I like to see how our kids hold up. Going against, a pretty good program year in and year out. And I just like to see how we measure with a school like that.
If you're not ready after that game, you never will be.
I believe that. It's going to be a challenge. But I think the kids got the mindset, and this goes back to expectations. Hey, just go out there and put it on the line.
Yeah. Coach, thank you for being here today.
I appreciate it.
Doing double duty today. I know that y'all went to another event.
Yes.
And appreciate you bringing the kids. We're going to introduce the players when we come back for Tioga High School. We'll be right back.
Supreme Chevrolet. Expect more from Supreme Automotive Group in Gonzales.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed Coach's interview. Coach Dan does a great job at Tioga. He knows a lot of stuff with football. We've got a sleeper lineman we want to introduce from Tioga who's going to be a senior. Second year to start. Things are starting to come around for him. Brody Gudo, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, man.
So nice to be here.
You've had your first 2 interviews in one day, huh?
Yes, sir.
So you're getting ready for this. Now you'll be a pro come fall. So when these local TV stations talk to you, you have a 23 ACT, I see.
Yes, sir.
3.6 GPA. Civil engineering, is that something you want to go in college?
Yes, sir.
If you could look at it, Brody, is there a school you're looking at just for academics if football never happens?
Yes, sir. LA Tech, they got a really good engineering program. My uncle went there, told me it was really good to go over there and learn.
So let me brag on you a little bit. 6'2", 300 pounds, nose guard, look like a nose guard.
Yes, sir.
And you said your strength is toughness.
Yes, sir.
Tough to move. How many guys can you go against? Like 2 or 3? Is it? I know 2 would.
Yeah, 2 is usually my workload, but sometimes you got to deal with 3.
And you tie everybody up, though.
Yeah, he's got to hold the middle.
Is this guy with you one of those linebackers? I'm just guessing.
No, he's a running back.
So he doesn't have to worry about making the tackle. Mm-hmm. Somebody's trying to tackle him.
No, sir.
What do you need to work on, you think, your senior year?
Work on it's just holding the gap. Make sure the run game up the middle is stopped, and help our linebackers out with filling gaps.
What do you think, Coach Cook?
I really like him. He's a really good head coach. He leads us in the right way and just is persistent with his coaching.
Cares about his players.
He cares about us a lot. Yeah.
Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody you want to thank about where you are today as a football player? Yeah. Anybody in your family or anybody else?
Yeah, I would like to thank the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and my mom, my dad for doing everything I ever asked for and letting me have every opportunity I wanted to. And I'd like to thank my sister just for being there with me, and then all my teammates that pushed me along, make me a better person.
And I want to say, look for this kid on the field. If you can't find a football roster, he's number 77, nose guard, Brody Gudo, senior to be at Tioga High School. We'll be right back to meet his friend and running back. We'll mention his name when we come back for Tioga.
Creed and Creed Law Firm. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the show. We're promoting Tioga High School. Our running back and guest today going to be a senior, Travis Adams. He told me his hobby is playing guitar. And man, we got to mention those shoes.
Yeah.
Those Crocs.
The Patrick Star Crocs.
Patrick Star Crocs, man. I'm old school. I have no clue, right? But if they're comfortable, that's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
You're the star running back of the team.
Yes, sir.
Team's going to rely on you a lot to carry the ball. What is a heavy load every game? How many attempts you think's normal?
20 plus, up to like 25 a game.
You're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're going to get at least that amount.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because Kevin, I know, is relying on you to do that. And you got to be tough in this offense. What's your biggest strength, you think? Is it speed, quickness?
Biggest strength would be, reading the holes, inside zone, knowing who's going where, what gaps open up.
What do you think of college, Travis? I asked your teammate, what do you think of college after high school? Do you want to be a student only, or you want to play football?
No, I definitely want to play football.
Any chance anybody gives you a chance?
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical engineering, it looks like you want to major in that?
Yes, sir.
Is that a 29 ACT or 24?
That's 24.
24, not bad.
Yeah, I wish it was a 29.
Well, you got some more attempts, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this coming year for Tioga? I mean, every year's a new team.
Oh, yeah.
You've been around.
Yeah, it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a great season. We had a lot of seniors left, but the young kids coming up, they work hard, and they're going to fill their shoes pretty good, I feel like.
Who is going to help you run the ball when you're tired? I mean, do you have a good backup you want to promote?
Oh, yeah. Kenny Ponche, Jr. He's a pretty good running back, power runner.
You know, when you do individual drills, I mean, y'all are together all practice, right?
Yes, sir.
And do y'all have a group of 4, 3, 2? How many guys are in y'all's running back group?
Usually it's about 3 or 4.
Okay. Y'all are going at it, handoff drills, catching passes? Catching
passes, handoff drills,
blocking?
All of it.
What do you would like to say at the end? Who would you like to thank where you are today?
First, I got to thank God for putting me where I am today. And I'd like to thank my mom and my dad for making the sacrifices to get me where I've been and everything that I've done.
Travis, I appreciate you coming on. And one last thing, how good are you playing the guitar?
Yeah, I'd say I'm all right. Not the best, could always be better.
But you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, sir.
That's the key, man. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Travis Adams, going to be a senior at Tioga. Wish Tioga the best of luck this year. I know they're going to have another good season, and I hope they can go all the way and win it all. I mean, they've been very close, and hope everybody enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching the Sports Scouting Report with Lieber King.